Welcome to the Ben Daniel podcast where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you today, folks. A small piece of what made Caitlin Clark's Iowa run so special was that she had somebody in the room with her that understand that at all times they needed to keep a level head and ultimately be the adult in the room. And listening to Lisa Blutter during every press conference, pre-game, post-game, preparing for the tournament, preparing for the Final Four, preparing for the championship, going on late night, going on morning show, listening to Lisa Blutter speak in these interviews, in these press conferences, it allowed us to feel a sense of, you know what? Caitlin Clark has some strong people in her corner. And if not, Lisa Blutter definitely is a strong figure in that corner. And Lisa Blutter has doubled back after hearing some of the noise, hearing some of the chatter from the Washington Mystics owner in regards to Caitlin Clark being named Time Athlete of the Year. And it shouldn't have been Caitlin Clark. Shouldn't have been the entire WNBA. Should have been the League of the Year. We should change the award to League of the Year. Actually, let's add the award. Let's change the rules. Let's do this, that, and the third. And after hearing the nonsense, Lisa Blutter, in the most recent interview she's given, speaks about that. And unfortunately, I don't have this young woman's name. I do apologize. Salute to you for asking the question. Again, this is probably a question that WNBA old guard would frown on. It's an actual question. This is a question that if this was asked in a media scrum before a game, it'd say, well, why are you asking this question? This has nothing to do with the actual game. Or, wait, why are you asking this question? This is what everybody wants to know the answer to. So salute to whoever asked this question. And Lisa Blutter's answer, the icing on the cake. Let's take a listen here, shall we?
You just said it, just named Time Player of the Year. I'm not sure if you're surprised, especially when you consider her impact, not only on the WNBA, but sports as a whole. So I feel like some still don't see it that way. Like you mentioned, there's always going to be haters. But when you hear things like what Washington Mystics co-owner Sheila Johnson said, criticizing the choice of Caitlin for that award, I mean, what was your reaction to that?
It's silly to me that anybody's trying to take away from something that's so good in your sport right now. I mean, this is a person that's really helped athletics, helped women's sport in a way that nobody has helped women's sports maybe since Billie Jean King. So let's get on the bandwagon and help her out, make her life a little bit easier because she is helping all of us. And sometimes, we used to tell our team, listen, when Caitlin's light shines on her, it shines on all of us. And I think everybody else needs to embrace that a little bit better.
When Caitlin's light shines, it shines on all of us. And I think we need to embrace that a little bit better. Well said, Lisa Blutter. Well said. I'm not in these rooms. I don't know the conversations that are going on, but I bet to you that Lisa Blutter and Caitlin Clark has had one, if not more, conversations within the last week after all the craziness that transpired. I think Lisa Blutter for sure reached out. Temperature check. How we doing? You okay? What's going on? Let me just talk to you as an old coach. Let me talk to you as somebody who can offer you some guidance. And hearing Lisa Blutter, if this is what Lisa Blutter told Caitlin Clark, if some sentiment similar to this, calming the situation, I mean, Lisa Blutter's a class act. Continues to show she's a class act and continues to earn the respect of so many people. She wasn't the only one coming to Caitlin Clark's defense in regards to this Sheila Johnson news. Again, Caitlin Clark shouldn't have been WNBA Athlete of the Year. She's saying it should have been the entire league. She's saying it should have been a participant. Everybody gets to be on the face. Everybody gets to be on the cover. This is Dan Patrick offering his thoughts. Let's take a listen.
Was it the new WNBA commissioner who suggested that?
Oh, and real quick, before we even touch on this, back to the Lisa Blutter. Imagine you're Lisa Blutter and you spent the last 5, 6, maybe even 7 years of your life recruiting this 15 or 16-year-old, getting her on campus, taking her to the visits to the school, showing her around, showing the amenities, the equipment, the gym, the stadium, the arena, the this, the that, the third. You're watching her grow up. You know what you have on your hands. You know the difference she's making in everybody's lives. You know the impact that she's had on the league, that she's had on women's sports. And you're excited yourself with all of the hype, all of the momentum coming into the next season, only to see how they've done her all year long. If you're Lisa Blutter, that has to suck. Especially knowing all you can do is offer your voice, offer an ear. You can't get in there and on a day-to-day really impact things. You coached her, you recruited her, you saw her grow. All this expectation. Moment's definitely not too big, but it was too big for the WNBA. And they've spent every second trying to shrink CC down to their size to make sure that she won't take away from their moment. Now, back to Dan Patrick. Let's take a listen, hear what Dan Patrick had to say on this Sheila Johnson nonsense.
Was it the new WNBA commissioner who suggested that the entire WNBA should have been on the cover of the Time magazine honor for Caitlin Clark, Marvin?
It was the owner of the Washington Mystics.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So I don't know who this person is, but felt like if you're going to celebrate the WNBA, why not celebrate it with everybody in the WNBA or some of the bigger stars and Caitlin Clark? But if you're Time's Person of the Year, it's not the People of the Year. It was a Person of the Year.
Singular.
Can't we just acknowledge Caitlin Clark changed the WNBA? That's it. It's
not
okay.
Hard. It's not hard.
You want to throw in Angel Reese. You want to throw the memory of Cheryl Miller or Cynthia Cooper. Like, it's a win. We got to. Oh, God. Just, this is a unique moment. Caitlin Clark did for the WNBA what Wayne Gretzky did for the NHL when he went to the LA.
Wayne Gretzky.
It's okay.
GOAT.
Take a victory lap. You don't have to go, oh, my God, these people are mad, or this person's mad, or this group is mad. Caitlin Clark changed the WNBA. It's okay. It's okay to say that. You're not diminishing what the founding, fathers of the WNBA did. You're not. She's the Time Person of the Year. That's all. The league won. But every time we think there's a win, there's somebody who brings something else up. And it's unfortunate. It's like when Tiger joined the PGA Tour. Did we say, oh, Time's, Man of the Year? Well, you can't have Tiger on there. We have to have everybody on there.
Imagine how ridiculous you sound. Listen to the name she's being compared to. The GOATs. Gretzky. Tiger. It's not hard to give it up, folks. It's not hard to give it up. Last but not least, somebody who's been up and down, back and around the Caitlin Clark train. Skip Bayless. Let's listen to what Skip had to say, but really, I'm going to play the entire clip, but it's the last 15 seconds that really stand out to me the most. This was Skip responding to what Sheila Johnson had to say as well.
I thought what Wizards owner Sheila Johnson said about Caitlin Clark came off as racist. Johnson said she did not agree with Time magazine making Caitlin Clark the first ever WNBA player to be Athlete of the Year. Johnson said the entire WNBA should have been chosen as the League of the Year and that numerous stars should have been put on the cover. She said the WNBA has a long legacy of black stars and that, and I quote, something clicked with the WNBA last year because of the draft. It's not just Caitlin Clark, okay? Now allow me to tell you how I interpret everything Sheila Johnson said about Caitlin Clark.
Tell me.
The majority of WNBA players are black. Basketball belongs more to black players, and that it's not healthy for the league to have a white player featured as Athlete of the Year on the cover of Time. Now, I'm pretty sure if WNBA MVP Asia Wilson had made the cover of Time, Johnson wouldn't have had any problem with that. Just not the white girl. Well, that skinny white girl was the best thing that ever happened to the WNBA. She's already the most exciting and entertaining player in the league, the one you can't take your eyes off of. The biggest reason she was chosen Athlete of the Year by Time, Caitlin Clark lifted the WNBA into the national consciousness. Sheila Johnson and every WNBA star should thank God every morning and every night for Caitlin Clark. I thought,
Damn! Thank God and count your lucky stars. It took them a while to get there. I agree. It took them a while to get there. Lisa Blutter, thank you for offering some clarity. Thank you for being level-headed on this matter. And whoever is the woman that asked you that question, whoever that young lady is, salute to you. Seriously, salute to you. We need more people like you out there. Ask the questions that's on everybody's mind. I guarantee you. Let me not guarantee. Let me not assume, because you know what they say about people who assume. You make an ass out of you and me. So go something like that, right? Let me not guarantee, let me not assume. But I would hope that based on listening to her ask Lisa Blutter that question, that if she was to get the opportunity at Gino Auriemma, she would ask Gino Auriemma to cough up some of the bad takes that's been giving him the fever since Caitlin Clark got drafted. I appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you so very much. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already and subscribe to the channel. I would so greatly appreciate it. We'll see you next time. As always, take it easy.